Hello, third grade parents. This is Mrs. Waterfall, one of the third grade teachers coming to share a video with you. The third grade team and I have been working very hard these past couple weeks, and we wanted to share with you what your students are going to see come out on Monday on their Google Classroom. Again, this is all optional. I want to make sure that you know that the students aren't expected to do this work, but this is something that they can do while they wait for the state to make some more decisions about what's coming up. So I'm going to minimize myself, and what I want you to look at is my screen. So as you can see, I have a mock Google Classroom here that we've created just for this video to share with you. And students in third grade should know by now how to log on to their Google Classroom, to their teacher's Google Classroom. And so it might say here, Mrs. Waterfall's class 2019-2020, or depending on what your teacher's name is, something different. So on Monday morning, students will go to see in classwork that there is, this is what it's going to look like. There's going to be an assignment that's called Daily Schedule Week of March 30th, and that is going to be posted there for you. And so what you'll want to do, or want to have your students do, and you can walk through this with them, you're going to click on this daily schedule, and as you can see down here, there's a link to the third grade daily schedule. And so before I click on this, I just want to let you know that what we are doing is something called a hyperdoc. And so what the teachers have worked on this week is a hyperdoc for subjects. And what it is a lesson. And for third grade, we've decided it's a lesson of 5 days. So we've created, as I open this up, a very nice third grade schedule for your students. This schedule is just like what it would have been if we were in the building, what the students would go through. So we kind of set it up for them so it would make it a little easier for them as they go through this. Now, this isn't not expected, to happen in the morning. This can happen whenever they have free time, but we wanted to share the schedule with you. So you'll see at the top, this is the distance learning activity that will be on Google Classroom for the week next week. And we've worked really hard on this, so we hope that you enjoy the lessons and the things that we've provided. Again, we have here that it's a suggested schedule. It's not expected to keep up with, you don't need to keep up with this. As well as this is not a requirement. It's just optional. So I just want to reiterate that for you. And so, as you can see, I will be linking a video very similar to this one for students, where they can click here and it kind of explains the hyperdocs. But we've created the schedule, and so I just want to scroll through it for you. We start with reading. That's what most of the third grade classes have in the morning. We have an optional brain break here if the kiddos want to go on and just, take a break. And then I'm sorry, I wanted to share with you that based on the timing that the county gave us for third grade, reading would be 20 minutes every day. And then if we hop down to social studies and science, 15 minutes each day would be some lessons for those for you. And then usually we have our specials, then our lunch and our recess. So we wanted to add this in as well. And so it tells the students to make sure that they go to their specialist Google Classroom and try out some activities on there, maybe one a day for, the specials that they have. And then there's a search link from Mrs. Ship and a video from her as well that the students can watch. It also says to eat a healthy lunch and have some recess time. So we do want them to try to go outside and exercise as much as they can. And then after that, we have our math, 20 minutes every day, another brain break, and then some writing for 20 minutes. And right here at the bottom, we have extension opportunities. So this is just more if you want your children to be trying different things out and doing more, these are the opportunities for them. And so as I scroll up, what I'm going to do is actually click into the math hyperdoc. And so the students would click here and then open up the place value hyperdoc. And this is for next week. And each day will be on here. So each hyperdoc for subject is very similar. All of us teachers have worked on this together, so you'll see very, very similar pages. I just want to show you at the top here, students can click here on the link to actually get back to that daily schedule. I know sometimes they get a little confused where they are, or if they come back up to the top, they can click on it too. And we do have a note for you that if your student requires any of the content read to them or a speech to text function, that they should be able to use read and write for Google. Most of the students that do use read and write know how to use it, and they have the attachment. But if not, we've loaded some links here to help you load the extension and also show you how it works, just in case. So I want to kind of scroll through what this actual hyperdoc that we've been talking about looks like. So there's going to be this engage piece and explore, explain, apply, share, reflect, and then extend. And what I'll do for you is kind of show you what the students will do. So they'll come in day one and work on a little bit of engage. This is just something to get them to start their thinking. I have them going on to Brain Pop on LCPS Go to watch some videos. And then going to explore. This would look different with different subjects, but for now looking at math, the students can explore some of these sites that give them manipulatives to try around for place values. So this is the exploration part. The explain is really where the lesson comes in. So your teacher may have things that you can click on that are printable resources on these, as well as links to videos that these students can watch. And so as you can see each day, it shows you which videos they should click on and watch. Then as we get down to the apply piece, this is really where the students are going to show their work. And so I have a few things here where I have help me with these steps video, or I don't understand a slide video. So if they're struggling, really we have provided them with videos to help them out. But if they would get into, like day one, I would have them do these place value slides, numbers 2 to 5. So they would click on this link, they would go ahead and open the place value slide, and then they'd make a copy for themselves. Once they make a copy, they have it and they can do whatever they need to do on those pages. And then they'll be able to, up here, as soon as this loads, they'll be able to share it with their teacher. Okay, so that's an example of that. And then if we go down, a share is just what I showed you, and there's a video on how to do that. Some of us have Flipgrids that we're still working on, so stay updated on that. We're still trying to figure out how to create those in different classrooms. And then we have the extend piece, and that is if your child wants some extra work or you want them to try some other things out. So I have more slides, and of course we use Dreambox, and then the printable resources here that they can do at home. All right, so then instead of me clicking that link, I know that I have the daily schedule up here, so I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to click on one of the brain breaks for you as well. This is going to take you to a link, and so this is I think this is Go Noodle. Yeah, this is just to kind of get your body moving video. So there's those opportunities for students. I'll go into the reading hyperdoc for you so you can see how similar they really are. We're using the same format all the way through third grade. And so as you can see, Ms. Daughtry has done our reading, and so you can see what she has here, a lot of links that they can click on, and again, the days here. And then Ms. Daughtry has Google Forms, and so she wants the students to fill out a form, and that's basically based on the class. So you'll just pick your classes form to fill out. So it's very self-explanatory. It should be easy for the students to go through, but we wanted to make sure that parents, you knew what they were going to be seeing as well. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the third grade teachers to ask about different things. I just wanted you to know that the special ed teachers and the counselors and the specialists and our librarian and our IFT, everyone has been working together to collaborate on this. And we really hope that we can reach each student. We feel like this is pretty differentiated. And so we hope that this is a great opportunity for your children. And again, any questions you might have, just let us know. Thanks a lot.